Hi there everyone, welcome to TechCravers. This is a handheld that I've been looking forward to testing, not least because it draws inspiration and actual physical elements from several of my favorite retro game consoles. The TrimUI Smart Pro's joystick are actually directly taken from the PSP, and the action buttons comes directly from the Nintendo DS. Now unfortunately I haven't had the predecessor TrimUI Smart, so I can't compare it to that, but I think we'll jump straight into it and see what the quality of this handheld is like. My device came packed in this case. It's a fairly standard case, nothing fancy, but it will get the job done. Inside, apart from the handheld itself, I also got a charging cable and the screen protector. It also has this protective plastic film that I will get rid of right away. The initial impression of this device is that it feels more robust than I had anticipated. When the seller asked me to test this product, I only saw some renders because it was so new, having just left the factory. Initially I thought it appeared somewhat cheap or plastic-like, however it's surprisingly heavy and has a more premium feel to it than I initially thought. And speaking of that, my friends over at LitNXT sent me this TrimUI handheld. They haven't seen this video beforehand, and of course they haven't paid me to discuss this product. They simply sponsor me with the device itself. The thoughts on it are my own. Anyway, you can grab it from them for $80 without games, or as a game card bundle that will add some to the price. Anyway, the controller layout is quite common and practical. We have stacked shoulder buttons and a power button that may appear flimsy, but it's not, and it has the sleep functionality, which is great as well. We also have a USB port, volume buttons, and of course the other set of stacked shoulder buttons. The bottom part is more intriguing if you ask me. There's a function button that currently only controls the LEDs. Next to that is a grey TrimUI logo, which seems to be a designated spot for the HMI port, though they opted to exclude it in the shipped product. Other features include a charging port, a microphone, an SD card slot, and a headphone jack. Nothing fancy on the back, we just have this big white backplate and the TrimUI logo, but it looks great if you ask me. And here's a better view of the super sleek PSP joystick. I really like how they managed to lower it down in the case for much better pocketability, but without losing too much of that important ergonomics. The shoulder buttons are quite stiff and clicky, and I have definitely used better shoulder buttons in the past, but at least they're stacked, and for the most of the games that I will play on this device, I won't use them that much anyway. But now let's power this on and see how the user experience is right out of the box. And as you can see for yourself, this handheld boots pretty quick, and we're taken to this OS that's built on Tina Linux. And we haven't talked about the specs of this device yet, so let's delve into that before we checking out some emulation. The TrimUI Smart Pro boasts an all-winner A133P CPU. It's a quad-core with 4 A53 cores clocked at 2 GHz. It also has a GE83000 GPU and 1 GB of LPDDR4 RAM. And this model that I have here came with a 64GB SD card filled with games and 8GB of internal storage, but you can of course use bigger SD cards should you want that. The display is a 4.96-inch LCD at 1280 by 720 resolution, and it has a quite large 5000 mAh battery. It also has dual stereo speakers, Wi-Fi support, and as I mentioned earlier, it comes with Tina Linux for OS. But now it's time to test some emulation, and I'm starting at the lower end and will work our way up. The device came with all emulators pre-installed and configured, so this is just pick up and play without any tweaking. The bezels you see on the side were pre-configured as well. Now, this device comes with PPSSPP installed and it has a few PSP games as well, but when I try the most demanding one in the lowest possible settings, it still struggles quite a bit. It can play God of War Change of Olympus as you can see, but it wouldn't be very pleasant for longer sessions. So I guess Nintendo 64 and Dreamcast may be as high as we can go with this device. Now, I haven't had time to play around too much with the TrimUI Smart Pro, but I'll try to summarize what I like and what I don't like about this device. First, I just want to mention that for some reason my right D-pad won't work if the L1 button are pressed at the same time. I noticed this when I tried some combos in a fighting game. Hopefully this is just a software bug. It's a developer software on this unit sent out to reviewers and YouTubers after all, so it might be fixed already in the final retail software. But that's also basically what I don't like about this device in the current state that this review unit is. The software has a bit too many bugs that need to be looked into. And if I'm nitpicking, the shoulder buttons could be of better quality as well. What I do like on the other hand is that it's an easy to use handheld that's easy to pick up and play games on. The screen is really nice and the overall PSP-esque design is awesome. Performance was much better than I thought, with a solid performance up to and including N64, PlayStation and Dreamcast. It's also really affordable at only $80 if you supply your own games. And that's actually it for this brief review and showcase of the brand new TrimUI Smart Pro. If you liked this video or if it helped you out, you're very kind if you drop a like. Also let me know in a comment down below what you think of the TrimUI Smart Pro. Does it stand a chance in a very crowded handheld market? Also make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content like this in the future. Thanks for watching, TechCravers out.